up. They're both top 2 right now in kills, deaths, as we saw in the stats, courtesy of Prodigy. Well, guess what? Game number 1 is ready. We're going to jump right into the action. And my player that I want to step up, it's actually the man we're watching right now. It's Crack. He's going to look a little shaky there, missing a couple shots, but he's the only person on Pittsburgh Knights in the statistics that Prodigy has that's under a 1.0 KD. He's really going to have to step up here if he wants to come out on top.
Ooh.
Nice shots on Kenny.
Crack ain't playing around. He's on top of the home hill, John. Big fight by Powers. The action has already kicked off early on. Trip cap domination coming through. 2v2 fight on the home hill. Praise, do you make it in time? He gets the shot off.
They thought it was over, I think.
His teammates aren't coming in.
I think they were getting up and getting hyped or something. I don't know what was happening there. Respawns are going to come through, but it's going to be a little too late. But it seemed like they're a little slow to react, but all good. A crazy fast start. A red-hot start for the Pittsburgh Knights. And Blaze, I know we had a lot of good analysis from our analysts on the maps, picks, and bans. Yes. I love this map pick coming through. Asylum. You just played it against Rise. Rise is good in Asylum, and you beat them on the map. You're used to the map. You're feeling hot on the map. Banning Training Grounds, I love that decision. UYU is playing out of their minds on Training Grounds. Have you seen what they've done? Rather than trying to force the same exact fight, the same exact potential L, change it up. I know UYU is great in Exhibit. I love the overall map picks and bans that we got. I think they are right. Map one is crucial that Pittsburgh Knights wins it.
I do agree with you, John. And it's a lot about the map pick and ban cycle that I want to break down, but I don't feel like I got enough in this moment because the drop shot went down early, and there was still stuff about the first round I didn't get a chance to talk about. But the fight is set. Now UYU drop shot acquired, and they're going to be trying to bring it back, but PK is bringing the pressure. Summons gets a kill, multiple downs. The revive comes through. Mental, he's trying to get away, but in the end, UYU, hey, they're going to survive.
This is the type of strategy, Blaze, that you wait, you hold for Championship Sunday. Mental and UYU are going to drop a drop shot in round number 1. You know Ashes was holding that in the bag of tricks. And wow, good start right now for UYU to this round. They are behind in points, though, and they're out of drop shot. So really, in the end, they won the initial. They won the drop shot. They got 2 kills with that drop shot, but what do they have to account for it? They have a 2-to-1 hill setup. Who knows how long that's going to last for?
Now, in round number 1, man, PK, they show how strong of a team that they are offensively. And regardless of how smart UYU was and was trying to herd the cattle, right, into where they wanted them to, PK showed that they not cattle, that they got fangs today, and they sharp for the finals fallout. Now, you see them here in round number 2. Now, the next drop shot is going to be up here in a bit. PK got some people waiting in the wings, but the dust has settled. UYU, I like the placement of the drop shot up top to force PK down and funnel them down that hallway so they can have all these kills in one area. Keep tabs on them. Work smarter, not harder. But they're going to have to work harder in this fight here down low on the tracks, and PK are slaying out.
Couple team kills to come through. PK slaying out their own team. UYU is absolutely dominating right now in the kill category, and now is going to be stepping on the throats, trying to go for a triple cap if they can. Ooh. But look at this. It's going to be Raver connects for an up-ace shot, not able to get the kill. And guess what? The drop shot will come in the hands of UYU as that's spawning up. They might not even need it. Looks like PK is going to concede to the round. You're spot on, Blaze. Putting the drop shot up top makes PK fight up top. Clearly, UYU did their homework. They were watching that Rise Nation match, and they saw how much PK loves that fight over at the B Hill. Very, very smart counterplay coming through from UYU to put that drop shot high side.
Yeah, very smart counterplay right there, because when this map gets spread out, PK is super talented, working for multiple objectives at once. And so, and with that being said, you know, you want to be able to keep these guys in one area so you can keep tabs on them, because, you know, when you got players like Raver, Monkeys, and Summons running around this map holding down these lanes, they can make plays happen any day of the week. But here we go. Another engagement for this drop. Mental at the front of the pack, the tip of the spear. He's going to get first blood. He's going to have some help behind him, going to help his teammate get that drop shot, get out. But Praise is going to take charge. He gets a triple kill. That's 5 down, but not an elimination win just yet. They're going to have to cap another hill. Number 6, what kind of plays can you make? Team captain, Identifs can't get it done. UYU, another round on the board.
Disgusting is the only word I could use to describe what we just saw. Maybe a slaughterhouse is word number 2, as UYU absolutely dominated that fight. I don't know if PK forgot to get rid of their smokes, because I know they switched to smokes in that last round, or what the situation was exactly, but no one stunned Mental. Mental gets inside the little
right in the little cubby at the front door entrance.
Doesn't get tagged, doesn't get touched, is able to put in work, and then his teammates follow up with a double kill. I think it was either Powers or Praise. Massive 5v5 fight off the rip. This drop shot strategy is working wonders for UYU.
All right, so the one thing about UYU and them placing that drop shot first is that PK, they are going to end up having an advantage somewhere on these weapon placements, so they need not panic yet. They're just going to have to win these fights on the front line just like that. Identis picks up one, gets it down there on the side. 2 members down here for UYU. Kenny's still down. Revives are starting to come through. Praise is trying to hold off here on the front lines. Now he's taking some shots here, but he's going to be able to put a good one in on PK. But at the end of the day here, John, PK, they ultimately win the team fight. They're going to get this drop shot. Now they're going to have to rotate out of here, get this B hill, and start stacking up on these points.
Ooh, missed drop shot right there, though. Nice shot by Powers to dodge one. I like the rotation for PK. Already at B before Powers can even get there. Powers full red. Thought he was going to go down. It's going to be a double kill. Nice job by Summons, showing Kenny, hey, former teammate of mine, I know you're great with that drop shot. I'm even better as he picks up a double. On board with Praise right now. Praise going to get flanked by Summons. Again, former member of this UIU squad who got dropped in the last tournament that he played in. Praised right now, going to get tagged up quite a bit. It's going to be all red on your screen as PK is slaying out. This is the fight at B Hill that they wanted, and this is the fight that they're going to get.
Yeah, this is definitely the fight in which they wanted here, John. So the fight was won, and the hill is capped. Now, UYU, when they spawn back up, they're not going to put too many players down low at tracks. They're going to play this like it's the second half because they want to focus on that drop shot. Mental with a down, Powers with a kill, and a Mental with that cleanup there. That's going to give UYU a 3-man advantage here. Now, with this kill being cleaned up, UYU, they're in a driver's seat, but they need not get too overzealous because PK has a lead. It just takes a few kills and that drop shot for PK to get back in this one, but UYU doing a good job crossing their T's, dotting their I's, not letting any of these PK players get behind them, and that's how you dominate a team. That's how you cover every single lane. No matter how many players of PK spawn up right now, they know that they can't do anything else about it.
I don't know if you saw that, Blaze. That's what we called it. That's why we called it retired, by the way. I'll admit it. The mental shot. He hits the wrap shot, connects for the headshot. It's a mental shot, but I digress. He connects for the kill, and in the end, UYU does slay out. You're spot on. We saw some great life out of PK. They just haven't had a counter, and this is where I wish the boom shot would get buffed a little bit. Maybe one more rocket to.
Why is that, John?
Because they could place that boom shot low side. They could balance out the map, and we'd have PK being able to play the way that they want to play.
You can still do that, okay? You can still.
The boom though is just not as viable as a drop shot in current.
But check this out. You are absolutely right about that. But a boom shot is a boom shot at the end of the day. And what you wanted to do is thin the numbers out up top at entrance. So a boom shot will do that one. Now PK sitting 2 players down low. They want a quick 1v1 on that home hill. Now they're gonna use this shot grenade to slow down UYU while they get map control. UYU, they recognize this one. They're gonna thin out their offense up top and give the right amount of numbers here so they can at least watch the middle lane at Pavilion and watch that lower lane at Tracks.
That's exactly it. That's what we're going to see for setup. Nice instinct to be picked up. That's going to be the drop shot down. Mental gets taken out. I wonder if he pocketed. Oh my God, the drop shot was
it landed right there in the corner for Praise.
Perfectly. He goes, here, Mental, I'm going to throw it to you, says Mental to Praise, and he gets the kill out of that.
The teamwork between him and Praise. Oh my God! Hey, I ain't seen nothing like that since Atmo and Genetics days. Hell, well, actually, I'll be lying, okay? Because in this stage of Gears Esports, you know, Explosive and Mentor like the Atmo and Genetics of our day. But Praise, he's gonna pick up the double, take out 2 young bucks and Raver and Crack, and now UYU with no players behind them, they know exactly what that next objective is gonna be. It's the home hill of PK. But Monkeys, being as nimble as we know him to be, looking for another win condition, looking to. For a way to just break out his spawn and give his team a chance. Did he do enough?
That's the question. UYU right now is looking so dominant as they're looking to close this one out. Smoke's everywhere. They can't see anything, but it's going to be Praise shooting an up A through the smoke and hoping for the best. Well, he's going to get it. Summon's going to get taken out as well. We got some claps coming through already. Monkeys shut down, and just like that, the claps, the emotes come through, and we are 1 round away. Game point for UYU, who was looking so strong, Blaze. That drop shot placement was critical. We called it right away, and it came to fruition.
At this point, man, they are 6 total rounds away from sweeping this event. That's what it is. Now, Pittsburgh Knights fans, wherever you are, I don't know what y'all got to do. I don't know how y'all need to come together, but hey, I seen you do it once. You did it against Hive the last time your team was here in the finals. Me and you, John, we thought it was over. We thought it was a Hive and Reciprocity finals. But on this map specifically, the Pittsburgh Knights was able to rally back behind the fans and get themselves to a map 5 and ultimately making it to the finals. But can they do it again? That's the question.
That's exactly right. I want to see some Si Se Puede in the chat right now because they need your help. Pittsburgh Knights needs your assistance. Let's see if they can bring it back. Raver's going to get the drop shot. That's a good start, but he's going to get taken out immediately by his own drop shot, actually. So as he goes down, he presses right trigger, launches a drop shot, and gets exploded. I've never seen anything like it.
And with the shot grenade blowing up as well, I think the shock helped detonate it, but a little suicide drop kill there, but they got one more to even the odds there. 4v4 currently, but hey, you know what? In the last series of the season, hey, I can't expect seeing anything else crazier.
That's exactly right. We've seen some crazy things already. And right now, still, the drop shot placement up top has been unanswered by PK. We both agree, Blaze. I think that the boom shot placement low side would help start out the map, but we have not seen it come through from Pittsburgh Knights. Instead, they just keep trying to force this fight. We'll see if they can do it here. They're pushing 3 up top.
Monkeys, he's going to get in the mix, taking down Powers, and that's a good player to take out right there, especially when you're talking about making a comeback and getting some map control. Now, with it being a 5v4, what else does PK want to do now? Well, so far, UYU, they're waiting for PK to get too aggressive, okay? Especially when you got one of the best defensive players in the league right there, holding that angle as he's waiting for anyone for PK to come through to fire some back A's at him.
Yeah, I got to say, Monkey's 9 kills, 3 assists. He's doing everything he can right now to try and keep his team in it. But I'm looking around. I'm saying, Monkey's probably saying, where's my help? We need some help here. We need to slay out. We need to be able to keep up with the slaying power of UYU. And right now, it seems like Monkey's one of the few that's able to do it. UYU is just looking that good. Look at Power's stat line, Blaze. 5 kills, 19 assists. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Yo, hold up. Did him and Kenny switch spots? Hell, somebody. Oh, no, actually, you know what? Him and Explosive switch spots. I think that's what it was. No, he got 15 assists. He got 15 assists, John. So Kenny then walked up to the front line. He says, it's championship time. I'm about to get the kills once again. Because as we know, in that last major, he dropped a 3.0 KD. Okay, to get that championship on that last round nail biter. Now, here we go. PK, they need to fight for this drop shot. Summons is going to move in. Praise misses 2 shots right there, but he does not miss the third. Now, PK, they will be able to defend their home hill, but that drop shot's going to be up soon. It's already in the hands of Kenny, actually, and he's going to have it. He's at the back of the stairs here, John. So you're going to have a shot grenade, a drop shot here. Hell, if you ask me, UYU is in a map-winning setup.
Yeah, 100%. This is victory formation. What it looks like in Gears of War Edition is Kenny with the drop shot sitting back, baiting that E hill, and then they're just going to turtle up towards that F hill. With 2 drop shots to their name, you got to think this is done and dusted unless PK can do something crazy. Raver's going to start. Powers gets taken out, so does Mental. Kenny doing what he can to keep his team in this one. Explosive going to down Identives as well, but the revive chain is going to come through.
Oh, it's a chance of PK.
I think I heard a shot grenade in. That's another great hit marker for Kenny. Can Summons
almost. But now, multiple hills getting decapped, and Praise was able to overextend down low. Trip cap domination coming through. Can anybody get a heal? Praise is going to have to just back up, rotate out, and let his teammates help him out here, John. Not trying to do too much. 7 seconds on the clock. Does anybody make it to the hill? They will not. UYU will get to series point.
I got to tell you, Blaze. UYU is absolutely feeling themselves right now.
Right? We can have a deep conversation about Bunker, but they got to do it now. And guess what? The beauty about this map, folks, it's going to come down to who got the best slaying power on their team. And these are 2 super talented offensive squads.
Exactly right. It all comes down to this, the very last map potentially for UYU. Meanwhile, PK doing everything that they possibly can to force a game number 3. Keep in mind, folks, UYU is up 2-0 because they are the winners bracket team. They have not lost yet, so they get an advantage coming into the grand finals. It's the best of 3, first to 3. If UYU wins this, game over. And look at this start that we're going to see come through.
Oh boy. Oh
man.
Man, it's business. It's business over here on the UYU side, folks. Look how fast that round was. No eliminations, downs, assists, nothing but zeros, and just 1 home hill cap on the side of PK. That was demoralizing. If you thought UYU showed you everything in which they had, hell, we're seeing them at full form on a map in which they've never lost.
Exactly right. We know how good they are on this map, and they show how good they are on this map in round number 1. A great start for UYU. Meanwhile, PK has a decision to make. Looks like they're just going to go pretty standard here. So unlike UYU, who had a very risky, maybe perhaps bold, some would say, weapon placement round 1 to completely try and turn the tide of the map, we're not going to see that on Exhibit. We typically don't see that on Exhibit. Not many options for power weapons on the center line on Exhibit the way the map's laid out.
And you know what? You know, every single grand finals that we've had all season, folks, have went to a map 5. This will be the first one in which it has not, but this is also the first grand finals in which Praise, Explosive, and Mental came in from the winner's side. So maybe they're going to do a good job holding that one map lead and not giving anybody an opportunity. But when it comes down to opportunities, the Pittsburgh Knights, they got one brewing here.
Exactly right. Guess who it's going to be? It's going to be Kenny. He's going to have to do something, have to make some sort of play. Raver on the flank. Raver's going to take out Kenny. He's out. Mental, Praise, not able to get there on time. So there we go. A little bit of life showing from Pittsburgh Knights. They're going to take round 2 and just as dominant as a way that UYU took round number 1.
Yeah, I think the Gears gods was like, oh shit, Blaze is right, man. We've been to 5 maps the whole time.
Like, wait a minute.
Hold on, PK got to at least get to district. Okay, but hey, you know, we're gonna see. One thing is with UYU, they love defying odds. Okay, they love defying odds. So when it comes down to these first 2 round weapon placements, folks, this is pretty standard here on Exhibit. We get some flashes down here towards these lobbies that's going to be used in this fight at the B Hill, and now these teams start building up smoke grenades so they can get those incinerators. We usually never see a center line placement on this map. It comes down to how good you are with your lancers, your pistol, and your shotguns.
It actually might not be bad for PK. You know, we all know PK loves to play shotgun out, shotgun aggressive, as Adenta's going to get down early. Revive's going to come through. But here comes an angry Mental. Mental pushing up, gets it down on Adentives. He's going to miss that second shot. Though no, he connects for it. Sorry, Adentives gets taken out. Great start for UYU. You look at Praise, almost going to get someone off guard. Mental's going to clean up, though. He is unstoppable as it currently stands. But Summons, his former teammate, takes out 2 and keeps things neutralized.
3v2 here for UYU. They're going to be able to get this B Hill capped and push back these remaining PK players. Now, UYU, they're going to be able to get set up, but PK responding right away, not giving them any time. Explosive is going to fully back up, knowing that his team has the lead. And this is still, even though they've been beating the crap out of everybody that they've been playing, they still going to show some respect and hold some restraint. It's showing discipline, if anything, to wait for their teammates to get there and take high percentage fights. That's what we're seeing UYU doing, making sure that they cannot give their opponents any confidence whatsoever. They are trying to set a statement in this last event of the season after they've had so many doubters over the previous 3.
Oh, Mental with a bit of a misplay. He's going to hop over cover instead of up aim, which is, I believe, what he wanted to do. And just like that, UYU is going to have the numbers advantage. One thing I just noticed in this map, I believe is the case, they have Monkeys playing up top. Monkeys is playing out of his mind right now. That's not the player you want playing that anchor role, who really is just kind of a low-impact player on this map, unfortunately. Not a whole lot you can do, as you really just have to anchor up top and hold that person from pushing and flanking.
Yeah, no, you definitely do. And, you know, you don't need nobody to get behind you at any given time. Now, when this one slows down, we'll see Kenny start pushing some 1v1s up there and start trying to, you know, win this game for his team if it does slow down, because UYU has no reason really to slow it down at this point, outside of, you know, them having this 2-1 lead. But even with that, they are still kind of charging forward and pushing back their opponents, not letting them feel like they got the bus parked, parked too steadily in the back of the spawn. So UYU here still fighting back, multiple downs, and when they get downs, they try to capitalize on those kills.
A beautiful down's going to come through on Explosive. Speaking of downs, nice shot by Raver, going to be able to pick up that kill. UYU showing some life. 50-point lead right now. They're going to have to get at least some sort of 3 cap. It's going to be coming through here. Almost win by elimination. They're going to get it. Pittsburgh Knights, a must-win. Almost, you got to think, type of situation is if you let UYU start to run with it. Actually, I take that back. I wouldn't say must win, but a big win. Round number 3 is going to come through from PK as they're going to close that one out.
You know, and I'm looking there and I'm talking about how UYU, even with them sitting here in this 2-1 hill setup in this defensive position, that, you know, they're still going tit for tat with PK here, right? But they may have, played with fire that was a little bit too hot there, because PK, a quick 5-man wipe there and a win by way of elimination. And there in that round, the respawns, I do believe it was a short respawn round in that round 3. So good job there to PK. Now we're going to have incendiaries on the map, and we'll see what these teams can do with it.
Exactly right. We got some instants and a little bit of a slower start to this one, as we are used to this typical exhibit standoff to start the round off. Usually as a flash an instant or a shock, because that's going to change that up a bit. We'll see what it is in this scenario, as Summons is still out. 5 kills, 3 assists to his name. Currently just waiting for some action to happen. Praise is going to be the first one to push up.
And now,
Monkeys died to the lasers? Did he die to the lasers?
Yeah, he died to lasers up top. This is what I was talking about this slow play. You see Kenny up there, his little silhouette. He's above. He's trying to shoot down on these players and be annoying up top since the player died. But Monkeys comes off the respawn, and he's going to try to fight low side with his team. Now that Incinerary misses, but Raver ain't missing no shots on Kenny up top as he tried to get aggressive. Now in the spawn, he's going to go down. He was trying to, extend the map for his team and give them an opportunity. But with him going down, Praise finds a double, Mental finds a double, and they're going to return the favor by a win by way of elimination.
Exactly right. 2-2 is the scores. We're tied up. Blaze, right there, we did see UYU be the aggressor during that standoff. Is it a good thing to be the aggressor to kind of end that standoff, or what's the best way in that early round standoff to kind of close that out?
So in that early round standoff to close it out, John, ask the question one more time. Sorry about that.
No worries, John. In the early standoff that we saw at the beginning of the round, we saw UYU push up. Is it the benefit to be the one that's playing aggressive in that, or what's the best way to play that standoff to try and turn the tide in your favor?
Well, you know what? When it comes down to it on this map, you don't want to be more aggressive than you need to be unless you and your squad have numbers. Because if you got numbers, usually these engagements that's down low, they happen so closely towards your opponent's home hill. With that transition, it's an easy one, and we know how good UYU is at covering their lanes. Now, on this map, it's really only 2 lanes that are primarily used, and it's the ones that's down low. We don't see too much action that happens up top, so it makes the trip cap domination a little bit easier. But most likely, if you got the lead, play it defensively.
There you have it. Know when to be aggressive and take your numbers, which right now, PK does have the numbers. So to Blaze's point, you're going to see them start to play a little bit more aggressive here in this situation. Explosive! Oh my gosh. He had to hit the one shot that mattered, and he did. Explosive is playing out of his mind, but it's not going to matter. It looks like it might be a PK round. They got to close out these kills first.
They got to. That flash is going to be on the edge, and it stunned the person in the back. The fact that he got stunned blows my mind. PK did not see it coming. UYU survives, and if UYU wins this round, talk about a swing in momentum and a blow to PK's confidence.
That's exactly right. I'm sitting here questioning, like, what? Wake up, PK. Where were you in that fight? All 3 kills went in UYU's favor.
I think all 3 got stunned off that nade, too.
Oh, it was a great flash grenade, but after that, there was no follow-up, no fight back, interestingly enough. Great stun grenade, though, for sure.
Monkey's got some great angles here, trying to support his teammates. Powers is full red, but he has a nice little angle here to stay alive. And those 2 players, Crack and Summons, they go down there to UYU. Gonna force Monkeys, Identities, and Ravers to back up and have to defend his home hill. But here's Mental. Now PK has the lead. Well, what's the lead gonna do when you got these 5 UYU players standing in the front of your spawn, trip capping your home hill? Now you got to give them a little taste of their own medicine. And when you talk about comebacks, when you talk about demoralizing your opponent off of clutches like that, UYU love to capitalize. And once they came off the respawn, I knew it was no way in hell they was losing that round.
We've been talking about a lot of specials this weekend, but that right there is the UYU special. I almost had nostalgia thinking back to how many times Optic Gaming and Explosive Mental and Co. did this to their opposing teams in Gears 4, and then, of course, in some matches in Gears 5. That is heartbreaking, and that is so hard to come back from. As Pittsburgh Knights had that round 1, they could have the lead. These shoulda, woulda, coulda's got to be out of their minds right now. They can't even think about that, but it's easier said than done there, Blaze.
Nah, it's way easier said than done here, John. Now, let's see. When it comes down to weapon placements, this is going to be standard. Just both these squads, they put 3 placements into those incendiaries. Now they're going to be on a 60-second timer. Nothing but teamwork across the board here for UYU. Summons on the other end against his old team. He got 9 eliminations through the 5 rounds. He do not want to go out like that, John.
That's exactly right. 10 kills, 2 assists from Praise, however. Y'all know Praise has been playing incredibly well in Gears 5. I think Gears 5 especially just helped him out as we saw the shotgun range increase a little bit. Mechanics changed a little bit more to get praised circa Gears 3 and Gears Ultimate Edition. Praised, of course, the MVP of Gears Ultimate Edition. That's another thing we didn't even talk about. 3 MVPs on one team. The 3 MVPs to be crowned in the modern Gears esports era are on one squad. It's insane to think about.
And the funny thing is that that's 3 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
Now, when you talk about the 4th season and who could be that MVP, it's between KD and Powers.
You're right.
Right? But when you think about seniority, it's only really one answer, right? When you think about the player who's won in 4 different titles out of 6 competitive esports titles, it's only one. Now, we talk about players who may sweep a season. We're talking 2, so that's why we're having this conversation now.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Empowers the mental shot right there. Going to connect on Crack. Now just trying to stay alive. Good first shot on Raver. Raver is hurting right now. But look at that. Powers has the awareness to ditch the fight of which the person he just had weak to go through the window and connect for the kill elsewhere. Powers thinks differently. He's built differently. The way he moves, the way he acts is different. I know the stat doesn't show right now is 7 kills, 7 assists, but he's playing nuts. One player who needs to step it up, I talked about it earlier, is Crack. He really has not had a great showing all weekend.
He has not. And, you know, we know that Crack is filling big shoes. And if you ask me, he's done a great job filling those shoes, folks, as PK has made it to back-to-back finals. And that's what's most important. That was his goal. Now, that was one of his goals. The big one is to win, of course. Now, here we go. PK, 4 players are going to be rotating down low. Explosive and Code. They're going to have the intel. Kenny's even firing some shots off up top down there as well. Now, Explosive got the 3 players in front of him. Here comes the flash. That's going to stun Praise. A second one in hand. Going to try to time this one perfectly. And you see Raver, he's not backing down. He knows that he got to stay there and hit shots. Him and his team captain Identis, but they can't get it lined up the way they want to. And Incinerate Nade. UYU is going to dodge that one. That's even going to keep PK back a bit, but they don't have the win condition, John.
Exactly right. That was more of a defensive instant, and you can tell PK is playing on their back foot. They're playing a little nervous right now. Explode. How could you not be when you're playing against a red-hot UYU? Crack almost connects for the one-shot kill. Not going to get it. It's Explosive who gets it instead. Explosive, the MVP of this tournament in my eyes. He has played out of his absolute mind. And another historic point, Blaze. I don't think a team has ever won a tournament without dropping a map, and that's what UYU is potentially about to do.
History is going to be made all across the board here with this series. If UYU comes out on top, PK in this round, they will not have a chance to win it. As UYU has their home hill locked in, they will go to series point.
Well, peekaboo for Powers coming through as well. It is championship final, season final point to put a bow on what has been an amazing season. This is it. Can Pittsburgh Knights show some type of grit, some type of character, and claw their way back into this one, or will UYU close it out? UYU is looking so good to wrap up what has been and probably the best season of Gears Esports in my eyes, Blaze, in terms of the amount of content, the great championships we've seen.
Now, PK, what is going to be their last placement of the season? What can they do? UYU, they're going to have those flash grenades every 45 seconds. That means that they're going to be ready to fight here towards the end. Now, PK says, you know what? We only got 1 pick left. This could be it. What do we want? It's going to be a drop shot. Now, was that center or up top? It may be up top, actually.
Ooh, that would be very interesting. That puts Monkeys into effect here. Again, I would have liked to have seen them change things up and have Monkeys play a different spot because
it is up top.
They've been the best player. It is up top, yep. Good call out, Blaze. So, drop shot up top. I don't know if Praise didn't know that. That's why he played low side or not, but probably he did. Raver's going to get a nice down on Praise, gets the kill on Praise, and he's not done yet. Raver and Identis in a 2 versus 1 against Mental. Mental's so good at these positions. One of the best 1v2 clutch players in the game, and now it's going to be a 1 versus 1 Identis versus Empowers.
Well, the hills never change on this map, John, so you still want players playing for E.
Yeah.
It's going to be a stalemate up top for that drop shot, and these teams are going to have to choose when they want to give up E and send some more numbers up there. Now, getting that drop shot is almost like picking up a weapon on Fuel Depot for some of my older Gears of War players out there, or Pavilion, whichever one. No, actually, I take that back. Even worse, River, okay? Getting a boom shot on River was one of the most difficult things ever. That's what it's like with the drop shot up top on Bridge. Yeah. Now, down low, you see, neither of these teams have this E-Hill yet, but PK, if they can get it now, that's a great start to them winning this round.
Yeah, we used to love that drop shot, or sorry, that boom shot mid-map on River strategy.
I got top 8 off that.
Yeah, hell yeah, you did. Anaheim, baby.
And you know how hard that was for me. Shoot.
Well, self-deprecating humor, I respect it. But jokes aside, it's a great analogy. Praise right now going to get that E-Hill. Cog team currently in the lead. PK showing something as they had a good initial. Look at that. That's going to stop the E-Hill cap as well. Beautiful instant from Raver.
Beautiful insane indeed. Now PK is going to cap this one back up. Now, I haven't seen up top at all. Like, we saw the drop shot get placed. What's going on up there? Yeah, let's see. Kenny summons the drop shots there. We know the E-Heal's capped. It's going to be like several 1v1s to fight for that one. Now, PK don't want to do anything crazy right here, but what I'm interested in is what UYU want to do to possibly lock in a championship and make history in this round. Multiple players hopping down low to E, but Raver's going to flank up top. He wants to get behind Explosive and Kenny. Shotty out, but Explosive was ready for him. I think a melee came through. The back A connects. It's chaotic. Raver, you need at least one.
No. That can't happen. Reaver did not shoot on Explosive, and he gets punished. I like the decision to flank. Now it's going to be a drop shot in the hands of Explosive. The clock is ticking. UYU is just a second away from closing this one out, and they are going to do it. A massive congratulations to UYU, your Gears Esports season finals champions. They do it in a dominant fashion without losing a single map. Kenny and Powers make history as the first players to win championships in every major tournament of a season. A huge congratulations to UYU, your season finals champions.